Welcome to Creating Connections Podcast, episode 147. I am Mitch.
And I'm Vicky.
We are almost at 150 episodes.
We're getting there. I can't wait for episode 150. We have a really special guest planned for that.
It's going to be awesome. Today's episode comes from one of our chapters in our book, Creating Connections, 31 Days to Building Stronger and Deeper Relationships. Vicky has the book there for you. And today we're talking about chapter 12, Be in the Moment. Be with us as we chat about that up next.
That was nice and easy.
What are you talking about? This also speaks to a much bigger issue.
Providing personal solutions through understanding people. This is the Creating Connections podcast with Gitomer Certified Advisor Mitch Taylor and Certified Personality Trainer Vicky Musny.
Welcome back to Creating Connections Podcast, episode 147. I'm Mitch.
And I'm Vicky.
And today we're talking about chapter 12 from our book, Creating Connections, 31 Days to Building Stronger and Deeper Relationships. And chapter 12 speaks to be in the moment.
And this chapter was in if you remember the book, it's divided into weeks. This is in the section about connecting with clients. And our key quote from this chapter that Mitch wrote this, we alternated chapters, and he wrote number 12. Everything about the moment you are in can give you clues as to how you can make a stronger connection with your clients. And I love this because this is at the core of what we do and who we are and what we talk about. Looking for clues, paying attention to people.
That quote to me speaks to one word. And that one word is awareness.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be aware. And if you're not aware, if you're oblivious, or you're just going through your same old spiel that you always do, then you're not going to connect as much. You're not going to close as many sales. And you're not going to key in on ways that you can not only connect more, but you also can drive more revenue.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that either, because that's what we're in business for, is to make money and create connections and to help people. That's ultimately what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So the money is just a byproduct of helping. And so from that standpoint, being in the moment, we talk about in that chapter, a bride and groom that I helped with their wedding, Casey and Tyler, and how if I wasn't in the moment, I wouldn't have stopped myself to help brainstorm a new idea, a new concept that I had never seen before, never heard before, but it was only born out of her need, her necessity.
And you paying attention as she was describing what she needed and wanted.
Yeah. And so I encourage you to just take a step back and ask yourself, okay, confirm what they are saying and say, how can I help them with this? And if you just take a step back, confirm what they want or what they're saying, and say to yourself, how can I help them with this? It's going to go way farther than any sort of, even when I came out with creative consultations back in 2011, the top 40 questions, it's going to go way beyond that.
For sure.
Don't think of the script program and I have to say this and then I got to do this and then I got to do that. No, if you're just there, like right here, you and I right now, and we're chatting and we're talking about something and we're looking at, okay, what can I do to solve that? Then you're brainstorming it out and you're figuring out a way to help them. And they're going to see that you care and that you want to serve them. And that's going to endear you to them more.
I think it goes back to, Mitch, what we were talking about a couple months ago when we had Jason Jones on the show, and talking about listening and just how many distractions there are all around us.
Oh my gosh.
And then there's that cultural myth that multitasking is an effective way to go through life. And we have to just call it what it is. That's a myth. That's a lie. When you are working on a second thing, you're not really focused on the first thing. And I guess I wanted to bring this, even though the chapter was in the context of business, I want to just bring it a little closer to home and look at life. You know, maybe a lot of you are like me, and we're a month into the new year, and we're evaluating how are we doing with our goals and our habits. And I've never been a big one on saying, oh, my New Year's resolution is to do this. But yeah, I'm trying to be more present with my children. When we have family time, I want to be with them. I am trying to get in the habit of not leaving my phone in my pocket during dinner. Even if it's on vibrate or silent, I still hear it, feel it going off.
Mine has a thrill mode.
Nice. Yeah, that's you do whatever with your phone that you need to, Mitch. I like to take mine and leave it on my desk in my office when I'm at dinner with my family, because we tell our kids, hey, we're going to have dinner together. This is important. In our family, we all 6 gather around the dinner table every evening, unless someone's at work, and then we make exceptions, obviously. Right. But I'm not fully present. I'm not fully in that moment with them if I'm responding to a text or a Facebook message.
Yeah.
And that's not right. So I want to be not only focused on being in the moment with my clients and when I'm at events and things like that, but I want to be in the moment, in every moment, as much as I can. And
I'm reminded of this because a past mentor, a boss of mine actually, and mentored in certain ways, absolutely. She lost her mother recently. And if you're constantly in the phone, or if you're constantly thinking, well, tomorrow is I still got next year to do that.
Yeah.
You may not have next year to do that. So you have to live in the moment every single day, whether that's throwing the ball to your dog, whether that's helping your daughter with homework, whether that is hanging around watching a movie at home or whatever. Yep. It doesn't matter. You just got to be in the moment. Mm-hmm. We hope this has been helpful for you to strike home, strike a chord.
Good reminder for us too.
Absolutely. Yeah. What is that they always say? The teacher learns more than the student.
Yeah.
Sometimes that is so true.
This is really why we podcast, is because we need to be reminded of all of these things that we talk about.
Amen. Absolutely.
It's not because we have all the answers and are perfect all the time.
This is not a holier than thou thing at all. Not. So thanks so much for watching episode 147 of our podcast and listening and being a part of it. Greatly appreciate it. I'm Mitch.
And I'm Vicki.
Creating Connections podcast, providing personal solutions through understanding people. We'll see you next time.
Have a good week.
Thank you for listening to the Creating Connections podcast with Gittimer Certified Advisor Mitch Taylor and Certified Personality Trainer Vicki Musni. For more information on providing personal solutions through understanding people better, visit creatingconnections.biz.